I am back. The last one is closed, unfortunately. I don't know why the internet is doing some issues today. Ah, sorry for that. Whether you can hear me now? Okay, thank you. I don't know why the last one has. I mean, the internet is doing some issues today. I don't know why. I wish that this time it will be okay. I have to just make sure that it's not. Okay. I hope this time it will be okay. And some people will miss this link. I would love to continue because the time is almost very near to 9:30. I was here that where market has made that buy side liquidity and market has made that sell side liquidity. So these two liquidity I have in here. Same thing over here. If you remember, that was the order block. We are thinking that this order block will hold the market and it will send for this sell side liquidity, which was over here around this area. That was the sell side liquidity. We were thinking that this order block will hold the market, or this bearish gap will hold the market, and it will send the market for that sell side liquidity. So it has perfectly sent the market over here, take that liquidity, but there is a problem. After taking that sell side liquidity, market has made another sell side liquidity. So it has made the sell side liquidity. So I'm not done. I'm not done yet to think that the sell run has done. Same thing over here. If you just mark that order block over here, that you were previously thinking that it will hold the market and send for the sell side liquidity, it is still respecting this market, right? That same logic you should have thinking in your mind, that this is that same order block that is holding the market, and now it will send the market for this relatively equal lows, as I have the sell side liquidity over here. If it had taken that low as well, there is no sell side liquidity left over there, then I would think that this order block will be violated and market will go for that all-time high again, or it will make some kind of new all-time high or something like that. But as it has left that sell side liquidity over here, so I have to keep thinking about that order block. But this time I can mark the min threshold of that order block. Why? Because it has been respected over here perfectly. It doesn't need to come back again to retest this order block. So what else can happen? It will trade until the min threshold of that order block before falling. What is in my mind? I am thinking that this market will keep falling for that sell side liquidity. But before falling here, what else it can do? It can take that relatively equal highs, trade that min threshold of that order block, then it can start to go for that all time. I mean, so for that sell side liquidity. So what is my thinking? That it will go for that sell side liquidity from daily chart. But at the same time, it doesn't need to take that sell side liquidity right now. It can keep falling, but I'm not going to think like that way. Why? Because the first priority is liquidity. Now I have the buy side liquidity. So that is my first priority. Whenever it will start to fall, I will start to look for any kind of bullish PDRA, and I will start to believe them that they are going to hold the market and sending it for that buy side liquidity. Low, high, lower low. This is the breaker block. So what can happen? It will respect this breaker block top, or breaker block open, or maybe the min threshold of that breaker block before going higher to take that buy side liquidity. Think that this way. It is falling, that means it is falling to trade some kind of PDRA. What else? I'll just make them little wide bold, and I'll keep it like black candles. You will remember this is the top of this breaker block. That is the top of this breaker block. This is the open of the breaker block. I have the buy side liquidity over here and the min threshold of that order block. Okay, any level over here it will be traded first, then it will start to go for that sell side liquidity. But how it is going to trade over there? After trading some kind of bullish PDRA, I have this breaker block, I have this bullish fair value gap from the daily chart, from from the daily chart, I have the bullish fair value gap over here as well. So before going higher, it can come here to trade. Am I interested to look for sell? 100% no. I will keep looking for some kind of fall. If it can fall, how long it will fall, I don't know. It will trade that high, that open, that fair value gap, I don't know. Which one will be traded before going for that buy side liquidity. So I'm only interested to look for buy. But what happened? Market actually violated all of them and make a bearish gap. For example, like that. Then what I'm going to think? Okay, it is going for this sell side liquidity. This is going to be taken later. So it will trade any kind of bearish gap, then it will go for this sell side liquidity. This whole fall, I was looking for a buying opportunity. I missed maybe 1 day or 2 days. All of this run, I missed. Over there, every single time it has provided buying opportunity, I go for that buy. I got stopped out. I am okay with that because I'm working with my bias. This is how I determine my bias, how the market is going in a certain level. In that fall, I didn't take any entry, but what did you see? Oh man, that was a nice fall. Why did you take the sell? I didn't take the sell because I didn't know it is going to fall for that sell side liquidity. It is not logical to me. The logical things to me is it made this buy side liquidity. It will either trade this breaker block high or breaker block open, or maybe this fair value gap, any of this. After trading any of them, it will go for that buy side liquidity. So every single opportunity here, I will try to look for that buy. I didn't know that it is not going to work like that way. It is actually going to work like this way. That means it will make some kind of fall, bearish gap, trade that bearish gap, it is going for that sell. So in this type of situation, I will start to look for sell. No more buy side liquidity is important to me. Okay, I'm not thinking about the buy side liquidity until this kind of situation. So when I'm thinking buy in this area, but actually market is planning to go for sell side liquidity, what I will do? I will miss every kind of selling opportunity. And you will see, okay, this guy is looking for buy, but he's actually missing all the sell. Yeah, I'm missing because I don't know which point is going to hold the market and send it higher for that buy side liquidity. I don't know that. So I will miss all of this sell. I didn't know that it is planning for this. I can't think like that way. I have to think like that buy way. When it will confirm that I'm going to fall, then I will switch my bias and I'll start to look for that sell side liquidity. There is some other things as well, you know, the 50% range of the buy side and sell side liquidity. If there is a fair value gap, how you will use that fair value gap to think about sell side liquidity. All other things are over there. I'm not interested to talk about them, but I'm just going to give you an overall idea how to think about the bias. The most priority is the buy side liquidity or the sell side liquidity. At the same time, just don't forget what you were thinking over here. That order block will hold the price, send it for the sell side liquidity. Is still the same order block is respecting over here. So what else can happen? It will stop the price, doesn't need to take that buy side liquidity. It will go for that sell side liquidity. If it happens, I will miss some days. Maybe I'll take 1 or 2 days losing trade, but then I will start to keep taking sell until it is not taken. From dollar index, all you have remember that it is going to take that sell side liquidity. What I was thinking today, okay, it is going to take that sell side liquidity. So for Nasdaq, this is how the dollar index is going to support my idea. In Nasdaq, I'm also going to think about that buy side liquidity. Now in dollar index, I'm thinking about sell side liquidity, but in Nasdaq, I don't have the buy side liquidity. Okay, for example, it's not the buy side liquidity. Instead of that, maybe there is a body close, so market has taken that buy side liquidity. There is no buy side liquidity left. Nothing is left. But in dollar index, I'm thinking that market will fall for the sell side liquidity. Here in Nasdaq also, I'm looking for the sell. What is going to be happen? High resistance liquidity run, because they're going to the same direction. How do I know that they're going to the same direction? This is the way, brother. Here I have the buy side liquidity. So what I'm thinking, they're going against each other. Here I don't have the buy side liquidity. They're going to the same direction. Dollar index will go for the sell side liquidity. It will also go for the sell side liquidity because it didn't left any buy side liquidity. Now it left the buy side liquidity. Dollar index left the sell side liquidity. Dollar index is going to take the sell side liquidity, and this guy is going to take the buy side liquidity. Okay, this guy is going to take the buy side liquidity. This is how I'm going for the bias. So there is a priority level. What happened previously? It is priority in priority list. This is the second position. First position is your liquidity. The liquidity can be relatively equal highs. The liquidity can be strongest liquidity. The liquidity can be obvious liquidity. That is little shallow run. Okay, just little shallow run. Three type of liquidity. Any of them are kind of same important. They're kind of same importance. They have the same importance. Liquidity is liquidity. They are the most important thing in trading. So this area, how I'm going to frame the buy instead of sell, this is how. But before going that buy, what I'm going to think, it is going to trade any kind of high time frame period. Now I have the breaker block over here, so I have marked them. Maybe I don't have the breaker block. Okay, I have a bullish gap, then I'll mark that bullish gap. Maybe I don't have the bullish gap, I have the inverse gap. I'll make that inverse gap, mark that inverse gap, and I need some kind of PDR, bullish PDR, that should be traded before going for that buy side liquidity. You have to look for that fall first before going higher. When this market is falling, you will think, oh, okay, so it is going for that sell side liquidity. 100% no, until it doesn't break all the bullish PDR. Whatever PDR you have marked, breaker block, fair value gap, order block, inverse gap, whatever you have marked, it has to break that. Then it has to make a, oh man, please stop. Then it has to make a bearish PDR. It has to respect that bearish PDR. Then you have to think about sell side liquidity. Until then, you have to think about the buy side liquidity. Just think like that way. It come until this area, made that liquidity. It run until that area, made the buy side liquidity. It is already in hungry. It will take the food. Then it will start to go for the next food. Guys, can you hear me? Because the dog is barking today. Even I didn't able to sleep the whole night. He was just barking. I don't know why. There can be little problem of learning. I hope that you will adjust it. Okay, so this is my plan for the Nasdaq. If I go to hourly chart, here this is channel. As you can see, this channel is respecting this market over here every single time. This is that breaker block open. This is the breaker block high which has been traded already. But breaker block open is aligned with the 15-minute fair value gap, and I have the channel here. I just marked this channel for fun. Okay, I really don't have any idea how this channel works, but I just marked it for fun because it was a very nice trend line. I mean, train channel. Okay, something like that. It is respecting this channel, so I just marked it, and I'll keep it until it's not broken or something. I would love to actually enjoy how it is going to work. So don't get confused by this channel. I just marked it. Here I have this buy side liquidity, which is clean highs around this area. Most importantly, if you take a closer look over here, they are the cleanest. This too is the cleanest. I don't like this type of clean thing. I don't like it. As market didn't take it before, I believe that it is not going to leave it now. So from dollar index, I'm also bearish. So here I'm also bullish for that one. But before going over there, it can come back again. When I will be 15-minute chart, I'll show you. But from hourly chart, all you can see this breaker block top, this breaker block open, these two area, it can be traded before going for that high. If it keep falling, I'll just let this go, this run go. I will do nothing over here. If you are interested to go for the sell, please go for it, because I don't see any sell side liquidity from hourly chart. As you can see, I don't have any sell side liquidity from hourly chart. My first sell side liquidity is around this area, this low and that low, or maybe this is the obvious low, or maybe this area. So this is my first liquidity level. Until this area, I don't have any sell side liquidity, or maybe this huge sell side liquidity. No sell side liquidity from the hourly chart. So I'm just not thinking about the sell. I will look for buying opportunity only. If I go to 15-minute chart, now it will be little more lines over here. Just don't get confused. This is that buy side liquidity. Yesterday, if you remember, that was the buy side liquidity. I told it will be taken. If you remember, okay, in the morning session, I told that keep looking for that buy side liquidity. It will be my target. So it has taken that buy side liquidity. After taking that buy side liquidity, this is the run which has taken. Then market started to fall, and it is still falling. This is new day opening gap. This candle close, this candle open. That is the new day opening gap. This breaker block open is aligned with the new day opening gap. Below this new day opening gap, I have this clean lows from 15-minute chart, which is sell side liquidity, and I have this sell side liquidity over here from 15-minute chart. Okay, so don't get confused. From 15-minute chart, I have some sell side liquidity here, some sell side liquidity there. So if it can go through this new day opening gap, I will think about this buy side liquidity later. Before that, I will first look for the sell side liquidity, and then that sell side liquidity, if it can go for those liquidity, which is low probability for me. I'm only interested to think about the buy side liquidity. This high, that high, they are the relatively equal highs from 15-minute chart. So I'm only interested to think about the buy. I'm not interested to think about the sell. This two line is the trend line. I marked, you see that trend line, which has been crossed here with breaker block and new opening gap. So I want to see that if it can fall until this area. Okay, so my first intention to see if it can fall before going higher. This is that midnight open, this 8:30 open. Market is extremely discount. It is below both of this area. It is an extremely discount. Can it go for that buy side liquidity by today? That is my first intention to see. But before going over here, when market will start to fall, I will let this fall go. Maybe the whole day market will keep falling. I will change my bias. If it can go through this new day opening gap, then maybe I'll think about the sell side liquidity. This one, this low, that low, relatively equal lows, and this relatively equal lows. If it can go through this new day opening gap. If you ask me what I should do, I should let all the sell go. And when market will fall in a certain level, I will start to look for buy. That is the best case of scenario. At the beginning of 9:30, it started to go higher. I don't give a shit. I will not go for that trade, though it has traded this breaker block high. I'm not interested to trade over here. The only reason is when market came here around this area, it has made another liquidity, this low and that low. They are the support zone. So I don't want to see that this market is going to respect as a support and then it will keep going higher. I'm not interested to take the buy if it started to go higher. If it started to fall, then I will start to think about the buy. I hope this is clear to all of you. I'm very near to 9:30, so I would love to stay in 1 minute chart to see how it is going to react. Around 11, Trump is going to talk. So make sure that you can expect this type of price action. Okay. I hope this is little insightful for all of you. But if you have any question, obviously don't forget to let me know that. Would love to mark the opening gap, which is from there to there. This is the opening gap from today. I'll keep it until here. Do you get any information from this? How to look for the bias or something? Did you get any information or not? Just let me know that. Okay. This is the whole consolidation. So don't force the market right now. It can wait for the Trump to talk. Before Trump talking, it can do this type of consolidation. Okay. And as I told, I want to look for sell to take the buy. If I would love to go for the buy, I would love to look for sell first. So when it is falling, I'm not interested to look for sell. I will look for the buying opportunity. I will look for the first presented gap as well, just for our observation. So if it can make a 5 handle gap over here, I'll just mark it as a first presented gap. If it can make the first 5 handle gap. If it is not 5 handle gap, I'm not interested to mark it. If it is 1 handle, 2 handle gap, it's not my first presented gap. According to me, this is that 50% of that opening gap. Before even falling, it can come back again to this 50% of that opening gap. So before even falling, okay. This is that area where market has made another liquidity. Oh, it has taken some liquidity here. Let's see. Guys, I tried by level based, okay, so that you can have an idea about the bias. How should we think about the bias? How should we should be okay when market is falling? Why I will think that this market will fall fast and then it will go start to go higher because of the PDRA. You saw the PDRA because of this PDRA, and when it will start to go higher, before going higher, it has to take the liquidity. If it can make any kind of liquidity, if it doesn't make the liquidity, then it's good to go higher. As I see that there is some kind of liquidity over here, so I would love to see that it will fall for that liquidity first, then it will go higher. So I'm not interested to think about the buy immediately from here. But if it provide me that kind of 15-minute bullish gap from the 15-minute chart, maybe I will start to think about the buy then. But until then, I'm just not interested to think about the buy. Just look at this price action. It is possible that it is waiting for Trump. Okay, it is possible. Why it is happening like that way? Because Trump is going to talk around 11 a.m. So it is possible that the whole morning session it will be like this. So please be careful. Okay, just be little patience. This is the line of this is the line of breaker block top. Okay, this is the breaker block top, bullish breaker block top, bullish breaker block open inside the new day opening gap. This thin lines, this one, that one, that one, they are the opening gap. So even before that fall, market can reach until the opening gap 50%. Then it can start to fall. So my first intention to see, can it fall before going higher? That is my first intention to see. Yeah, if it can make a 15-minute bullish gap, maybe I will change my mind and I will start to think about the buy. Until then, I'm not interested to think about the buy. Selling, I should let this go because I don't know how far it fall. As I have this liquidity void over here, maybe I'm able to try some kind of sell until this area. Okay. I'm trying to explain you the real way to read this price. It doesn't mean that I will be right. I can be absolutely wrong. If you are interested to go for any kind of entry, please go for it. When I am trading here, you are focusing on 1 minute chart, but most of the time my eyes are here. Most of the time my eyes are over here. What it is doing over there. So yeah, it is also I'm seeing, but here is my eyes. What is it doing over there? Remember, I am looking for short. Okay, why I'm looking for short? How long I'm looking for short? What is my exact opinion? You have to understand this part. It is most important part. Why I'm looking for short and why I will look for long after that short. How I'm going from from the beginning to the end. This is not some kind of puzzle. This is not something very difficult to understand. It is all about just thinking. Make it very simple. Very simple. It is very simple. Right now I'm just watching if it can make a first presented gap. Okay, so far I didn't get any first presented gap, and I believe that according to ICT also there is no first presented gap. No. Still it is valid as an first presented gap. Still it is valid. Okay, so I'll look for 25 handle from here. Stop loss should be there. I'll keep it 20 handle first, then I'll go for 25 handle. This is, that first presented gap doesn't have any value with all of the direction or anything. All I just need to see, can it provide me 25 handle? That's all. This black line is the breaker block from daily chart. This is that 8:30 open, first presented gap. I don't want to see any kind of candle close below the 50% of that wick anymore. It should keep going higher. Nobody has closed below this first presented gap. It is a good sign that maybe it will provide me 25 handles. So I'll keep it 20 handle first, then I'll put it around 25 handle, wherever the 25 handle will be. Like yesterday, if you remember the order block, we outlined the entry. This is that order block so far. It has the lowest down close body close candle so far. Okay. So if the body can close above this order block, that can be a buying opportunity like yesterday until 25 handle, or maybe some other area. This can be a partial area. That can be a partial area from that order block area. So if it can close above that line first, yeah, here. So from there, not going to take the entry because Trump is going to talk around 11 a.m. So this is the order block as it reached until, no, it didn't. So from there, I'll put it here 25 and okay, 25 and that can be an entry like yesterday. If you remember when it tapped to this order block, from there, that line, stop loss is should have covered the order block low. This is the order block low, one tick below that order block low, and you can target until the 50% of the opening gap until this area. Okay. I'm just not taking this on because Trump is going to talk around 11 a.m. I would love to wait how the market is going to trade, but this is the same entry like yesterday. Yesterday we have outlined this type of same entry, and today you can see the stop loss is also smaller, like 1400, something like that. This is the buy side liquidity so far. At least this should be taken. I want to see that it will be taken at least before reaching to this 25 handle. As it has reached until the open of that order block, I'm going to mark it from the opening of that order block as an order block. Okay, but entry should be from there to the top of this candle. From there, I just mark the order block as it has reached until the opening because I love to mark the opening. If and only if this low has been shifted, that means there is a big run, shifted the market, then I will start to think about sell, that this market is coming for any kind of sell side liquidity. If I have some sell side liquidity, though I don't have any sell side liquidity, if this low is broken, but I'm not interested to look for sell. If the sell happen, I'll just let this go. Order block mean threshold is over here, which is the low of that first presented gap. Not going to mark that order block mean threshold, just don't want to see any body close below that order block mean threshold. Just keep that in your mind. The mean threshold is around the low of this first presented gap, which I don't want to see it's broken. It should be respected, as well as this 50% of that width, it should be respected as well. This black line is the breaker block from the daily chart. If this candle can close above that candle, this is going to work as my propulsion block. It has to close above that candle. It should be my propulsion block then. If I find this propulsion block, I'm able to put my stop loss just below that propulsion block. It is risky, but you can do it. I mean, this is where I trail my stop loss. If it can make this one as a propulsion block. So body has to close above that propulsion block first. Why I didn't take this entry? Because I'm waiting for Trump to talk around 11 a.m. Until 11 a.m., I'm just not going to believe anything over here. At the same time, we are just outlining this first presented gap where there is no relationship with the news, with the bias, with the fair value gap, nothing, no relationship with this first presented gap. We'll just outline it, put a stop loss below the candle which has made this first presented gap, and will work until 25 handle. Can it provide me 25 handle or not? It's not the propulsion block yet. Market has to close above that line. before making another lowest down close body close candle. This is that lower quadrant of the opening gap. This line is the lower quadrant of the opening gap. Okay, it is so far respecting. I don't want to say it will be respected. Here I got the fake breakout. I need another body close above that line, which is kind of confirmation of broken the lower quadrant. Now it is the propulsion block. This body closed above this propulsion block, tap to this propulsion block. I need an unfilled gap now. That means it will go higher, it will make a fair value gap that will be unfilled over here. So I need speed over there. Right now my stop loss below that propulsion block is set, but I will just keep it like this way until it reach until certain level. Okay, so around 25 handle, if you take the entry from order block, make sure that you have taken a partial around 25 handle. The best is to take some partial above this buy side liquidity, but it's a very small range, so I don't think so it's a good idea to take the partial over here. At least wait until 25 handle to provide you the first partial. So this area, what is the line? 21931. Look at that high, this high, new relatively equal highs, which is new buy side liquidity, which was previously a shallow run, obvious liquidity. Now it has made the strongest liquidity over here. It can trade the open of that propulsion block before going higher. If it trade the open of that propulsion block, I'll just mark the propulsion block line over here, okay, instead of there. It doesn't need to, but it can trade, or the min threshold or the 50% of that propulsion block. It can be traded as well. So it came here, so I'll mark it here as a propulsion block. What you are seeing here, now you have a clean buy side liquidity. So please don't think about this market will keep falling. Even if it fall, maybe I'll get stopped out, but still my bias will be bullish because now market has made new buy side liquidity. But I don't want to see this low, which is working as an order block, will be broken. This low should not be broken. As after that order block, I got the propulsion block. I prefer that market is not going to break the low of that propulsion block as well, because market has already traded the min threshold of that order block. So it doesn't need to break that propulsion block. It doesn't need to. But if it do it, I mean, it's okay. Sometimes it doesn't need to do. Why market is doing this? Because market is waiting for Trump to talk. All I need some kind of fair value gap over here that will be unfilled. If I get a fair value gap over here and third candle doesn't close that fair value gap 100%, that means it is reaching for some certain level, which is over here, which is the 50% of that area. Or if you find any buy side liquidity, actually let me check. Yeah, there is some kind of buy side liquidity over here. This high has been taken over here by a shallow run. This buy side liquidity can be the target as well. If I would love to trail my stop loss, I can maximum trail it until below the propulsion block. So until below that candle, though it's not a good opportunity or option, I think. Taken that relatively equal loss, respected that breaker block and the 50% of that week again. Let's see if it can go higher or not now. because if it doesn't go higher right now, it will never go higher. It has to go higher right now. All the liquidity has been taken over there. Everything has been taken. It will use as an propulsion block until now, because nobody has closed below this mean threshold of that propulsion block. Yeah, if I trail my stop loss until the propulsion block, maybe I will get stopped out. As I don't really need to trail it right now because it's a very small stop loss, like 1400 stop loss. So I'll just let it go until that area. If no speed now, there will be no speed ever, because market is in the macro right now. That should be the run. The run has to start before 10 a.m. The run has to start before 10 a.m. Otherwise, it will just stop me out before giving me the run. This first presented gap is still holding the price. As you can see, no body closed below this first presented gap. Still now it is holding the price. Yeah, there is some wick did the damage, but the fair value gap is still holding the price. This time this market will close above that high, especially above that line. It will close above that line. I'll put my stop loss to the break even. That is for sure. Okay, when it will go above that line and the body will close above that line, stop loss will be at the break even. Even if I get stopped out, I don't care about that. It's not a good sign, because around the macro, if it doesn't start the buy run, then just before the macro it will fall and then it will go higher. First time market has closed below this area, below all of this order block has been broken, and I got stopped out. Okay, didn't work. Why market didn't work? The reason I didn't push the button here, the same reason the market didn't work. Everyone is waiting for Trump to speak. Until then, look at this 15-minute chart. It can keep doing this type of bullshit things. First presented gap didn't work today. After three winning day, it's a losing day from the first presented gap. I will be back in my previous thinking that it will fall first, then it will go for the buy. I'll go back from the previous thinking again. Now it will fall, not going to take any entry. I'm going to think that this is the market structure shift. It will maybe trade this fair value gap, then it will start to fall. I'm not interested to push the button, not even for the price action, not even for the thinking, nothing. Just I will wait until 11 a.m. to Trump start his speaking. Until then, it can be a very bad price action. So all you are seeing, I have framed a losing trade. No, sir, I'm not didn't frame a losing trade. All I'm saying, you have the except the first presented gap entry, the order block entry. Why I didn't push the button? Yesterday I pushed it. Today I didn't push. The reason is I knew that the calendar is important. So you have to give the priority to that calendar as well. This is how the trading will start. Now it is a selling opportunity. I don't give a shit. I'm not interested to go for that sell as well. It will work. I don't care. I know that market is waiting for Trump to speak. Those people who just join and see that it's not working, they have missed the whole session or the way I was thinking about the market. You have to think about that market like that way. I don't know, it will fall, it will go higher. I don't know. Market is waiting for Trump. I'm also waiting for Trump. Even when Trump will start the speak, it is gonna be beautiful. I don't think so like that way, because he's a crazy guy. He can say anything, whatever he wants. And after, I mean, depending on his speaking, this market can be more volatile, more consolidation, more arrogant. It can be like that way. Just remember that market has made the buy side liquidity here. That's gonna be my priority. So if it can fall a little more, this is going to be my most priority. Remember this fair value gap? Anybody? Yeah, it is little above of the liquidity, little above. But if you remember this fair value gap, I explained yesterday. This is that same fair value gap. Stop loss here. Same fair value gap like yesterday. Please don't push the button. I am not going to push the button, but I'm showing you the same fair value gap. Below the liquidity now, this fair value gap is not aligned with the liquidity level. That is why it is not high probability. But if it was aligned with the fair value gap, or sorry, with the liquidity, this could be the high probable fair value gap. That's gonna work. Strongest fair value gap ever. Okay, so here, strongest fair value gap ever. If it could be around the liquidity level, please don't go for the trade, because before Trump, I'm not interested to trade, but I'm just showing you the fair value gap. I told yesterday, explained this fair value gap, told that one candle will go through this fair value gap. It can be little above of the liquidity level. It can be little below of that liquidity level. Depending on that, it's gonna get the priority level. How strong that fair value gap is. Is it strongest fair value gap, or it is just a probability? Here, it is not strongest, but it can work as an as the way liquidity level fair value gap, okay, something like that. And as you have the buy side liquidity, so you are not going to think that it's going to work as a sell liquidity, because you don't have any sell side liquidity. You don't know how far it will fall. No idea. I don't have any idea, but I have plain buy side liquidity, which is more strongest to me. Am I going to take the entry from here? 100% no. Why? Trump is going to talk. Look at this 15-minute chart. What is happening over here? Do you think it's a high probability? Brother, it will work. Let him work. Wait, wait, wait. No wait, no trading. First presented gap work as an inverse way. It is working as an inverse way. Why you are saying both way? Buy, sell, buy, sell. Why you are talking about both way? Because it is not an probability. It is not an area where I'm interested to think about a sell. Every single kind of opportunity I'll go for, I'll look for them, but I'm not interested to trade here. I will wait until a certain, okay, it didn't work as well. I will wait until a certain level, then I will take my decision. Until then, I'll just keep waiting for the price action. You have to wait. If you just would love to give your priority over here to this price action and don't give a shit to the calendar, trust me, man, it won't be a profitable day or profitable session for you. You have to think about the calendar, and then you will think about the whole price action as well. Don't try to frame any trade before 11. Please, it's a request. Before taking your decision, just take a look over here. What is happening over there? Just take a look over here in 15-minute chart. What is happening over there? Maybe it will be a beautiful price action until this area. Don't give a shit. Just don't care about that. Wait. Maybe this whole morning session is gonna be difficult to trade because Trump is crazy guy. He's crazy because the way he speak, I mean, a lot of things is suddenly he just speak something, market started to dance. That's why I'm saying he's a crazy guy. I mean, even after he getting shot, the way he was reacting, this is absolutely craziness, man. I mean, before the election, if you remember when Trump got shot, the way he was speaking over there, it was really too much craziness. Before taking your decision, please take a look over here. What is it telling you? Stay out of me. It is clearly telling you, stay out of me. Don't take any entry. You want to take entry? Go your paper trade, go for the paper trading. Don't take any entry to your able or your funded account. I'm telling you the true things, okay? You will, in social media, you will see a lot of people are already profitable. They took buy here, they closed there, they took sell there, they closed here. They're already profitable. Don't give a shit to them. Please, it's a request. It's not an idea to trade over here. It's not a good idea. Yeah, I'm seeing this candle can work as an order block or not. The highest up close candle which has used this gap as an inverse gap. And send it much more lower initially until this new opening gap. Can it reach until this new opening gap? Around this area, then I will start to think about the buy. By the way, guys, my funded futures has 40% discount for the new users and 20% discount for the existing users. Okay, if you can pay the bill by your bank account, you will get 5% extra discount. That will be like 45% and 25% if you use the code T2 wizard and if you can pay through the bank account. Otherwise, you will get 20% discount for as an existing user and 40% discount for the first time user. Just make sure that you have used the code T2 wizard before before purchase or before purchasing. I don't know what is the right grammar over there. Now, can anyone tell me, did you know that it is going to happen before before starting the session? Did you know this is going to happen? This type of consolidation or all of this price action over here, it is going to happen like that way. Did you know that? Now it has built the sell side liquidity as well. Sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. It has built both buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. So wait, watching this order block open 50%, can they hold the market, send it lower? This is my thinking right now from here. Not interested to enter into this market right now. If any of you would love to take sell, buy, go for it. I can't take entry right now because I'm not believing this market from after watching this 15-minute chart. Not going to believe it. It will work 100%. Let him work. I'm not interested to trade right now. I will wait. Except waiting, I will have nothing to do. And my funded futures offer is valid until 31st of January. So it is valid for next 6 days, I guess. Sorry, not 6 days, 8 days. This whole market is waiting for Trump. You have to wait for him as well. Just don't rush, don't enter into this market right now, even if it is so clear, so easy to go, but please don't go for it. Wait until the Trump start his talking and then wait for some specific theme. Look over here, this 50-minute chart, what it is telling, that I'm in range bound, and the calendar is telling us how long it can be range bound, until 11 a.m. What is my bias? Bullish. Before going higher, I want to see some kind of fall. So after the fall, I will start to look for buy. So the whole fall, I will let them go. I'm not interested to look for sell. When it will fall, I will start to look for buy from a certain level. That level can be this new opening gap. That is the best case of scenario. This new opening gap can be the best area to think about the buying opportunity. Or if below here, if there is any bullish parabolic from hourly chart, let me actually check it. Right now it is trading this hourly gap over here. It is also possible to go higher from this hourly bullish gap, which is aligned with the daily breaker block high. It is also possible that it can go higher from here, but if it is broken, then I'll think about this area, which is the new opening gap and the breaker block open. So until that area, if it failed to hold the market and send it higher, then I'll think about this line. Okay, until that line, I'll think about that. Because below this gap, I don't have any other gap over here that is important. That can be important. Trading is simple, brother. You want to take a buy, you want to take a sell, you want to push your button. It's very easy. The hardest job is not to push the button, even if it looks so beautiful that it is going for that liquidity or something like that. Even if it is so beautiful, don't pushing button is the hardest job actually. So don't get rush before the time. When the time will come, go for that trade. Who are interested to think about that, go over here, forexfactory.com. If you come over here, forexfactory.com/calendar, you will see today's Thursday. I just keep the medium impact news and the high impact news. So red folder news, medium impact news. You can see around 11 a.m. President Trump speaks here. I have another news, which is crude oil in inventories. I really don't give a shit to this one. It doesn't have any impact so far. I never see, but this is very important. And this type of news is not you are going to get every single month or every single year. It's something very specific. I don't know how the market will react. So I have to wait. When I'm not sure, I will wait. Maybe this whole morning session, I will get no entry opportunity. I'm okay with that. %52 people are long, short is 33%, range is 15%. If I were you, I would go for that long. If I were you, then I would prefer long. But obviously after the short. So right now I have this sell side liquidity, I have that buy side liquidity, hourly bullish gap, first presented gap. This has been violated, so I'll just remove it. Not interested to talk about the range or something like that. Just think about this 15-minute chart. I'm not only watching this chart. I always have an eye here. What is happening over there? I always have an eye over here. Always. So what is happening over there? I'm watching that on as well. This seems like that it is going for that buy side liquidity, but the 15-minute chart is not telling me that. It's telling me I'm in range bound. So I came here. The next candle can come fall again. It is also possible. So Don't touch me. Stay away from me. Trust me, man, this is called trading. Pushing button is not trading. Waiting for the setup, waiting for the time is called trading. You are impatient, you are not interested to trade, you will take a lot of losses for just one win. Don't go for it. If you would love to trade over here, switch your chart to paper trade, go for the paper trade. As long as many entry as you want to take, go for it. Real money, funded account, eval, don't touch them until 11 a.m. and obviously around 11 a.m. the way market started to react. People doesn't want, people doesn't like it. They want pushing button, pushing button, pushing button. It's okay. People who joined me later, let me tell you what is this line. This line is actually the breaker block from daily chart. So if you come here to this breaker block here, low, high, lower low. The highest up close body close candle is your breaker block. This is the high of the breaker block. This is the open of the breaker block. I just marked these two lines, and this opening of the breaker block is aligned with the new day opening gap over here. This is that buy side liquidity, clean highs. This is the sell side liquidity, clean lows over there. Okay. From the hourly chart, I just marked that channel liquidity or trend line channel, whatever you say. I don't know how does it call. I just marked it for just for nothing. Okay, I don't have any idea how to use this one. I just marked it because it was too beautiful to see. From hourly chart, I have this bullish gap from hourly chart here. So far, it is respecting that bullish gap from the hourly chart. Here I have some kind of bearish gap. So what else can happen after taking that buy side liquidity respected from this bullish gap? It can keep falling again. If it doesn't take that sell side liquidity, people going higher, or maybe it will go through this hourly gap and it will go for that buy side liquidity. We will wait until the Trump is not going to finish his speaking. I'm not interested to look for buy. I'm not interested to look for sell. Even if it is so clean, I will let this go. After the Trump speak, maybe it's more bad price action. So what I will do, I will hold the morning session. I'll let this go. From 15-minute chart, clear consolidation. Just clear consolidation. Buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. From 1-minute chart, I'm just watching this first presented gap. So far it is holding the price. So can it hold the market sent for the sell side liquidity or not? Previously I was watching this order block, didn't respect that order block, went through this order block. Right now watching this first presented gap, can it hold the market and send for the sell side liquidity again? Or is it willing to go through this first presented gap to take that buy side liquidity? Am I interested to trade? No, I'm not interested to trade right now. I will keep waiting. If you would love to go for buy or sell, go for it. Because until that candle appeared, everyone was thinking that this is going to take that buy side liquidity. Don't lie to me. Every single person was thinking that this is going to take that buy side liquidity. I'm not thinking like that way. I'll just let this go. Everything is possible. Best thing is something like that. This is the best case of scenario. So if this thing happened, then I will go for the trade, even if Trump is going to talk. If this type of things happened, I mean, before letting any sell side liquidity here, if it take all the liquidity, then if it started to go higher. Otherwise, it can keep falling for this new day opening gap. I'm not going to go for the sell. I will just let all the sell go. But if this type of things happens, so after this area, if it can make a fair value gap around the liquidity level, you know how to use this one as an highest, strongest liquidity. I'll go for that buy from that area. Otherwise, I'm not going to touch it. Some of you start to think that, oh, okay, it is now started to fall for this sell side liquidity. You want to take a sell, go for it. I'm not going to believe it. For using SMT, I need more monitor, brother, where I will be able to see SMT with dollar index, SMT with Dow, SMT with uh, even S&P and Nasdaq. All of this relationship I have to watch. I need more monitor. I'm using whatever you are seeing. I'm just seeing the same thing. Okay, I'm not seeing any other monitor, nothing else. Just whatever you are seeing, I'm also seeing the same thing. So it's not possible for me to use the SMT by watching this chart. Yeah, I can add one more chart over here. That is not enough. The Here I can use this mini SMT over here, but it's not enough for using the SMT. SMT is not something like this guy has taken that high, but it has failed to take that high. So I got the SMT. No, it's not. It's not enough. There is something called fake SMT. So I have to understand what is the SMT actually over here. What is the smart money technique over here? And for that, I need more time frame, more charts, which is I'm not able to use from one monitor. I can make another tab. As a human being, I'll forget them. So I'm not interested to use them as well. If any of you would love to trade over here, please go for that. I am not going to trade here until 11 a.m. I knew it. It's gonna be like this type of price action. I'm going to wait for 11 a.m. because Trump is going to speak around that area. You don't like it? You're welcome to seek for other people who are going to push the button over here. What do you mean by that, sniper? Another opportunity? What do you mean by that? I mean, what is your exact question or query? I didn't get your question actually. By the way, guys, if you don't mind, you can subscribe to our channel for appreciating our hard work. You can subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification button. I can assure you, you're not going to waste the opportunity to learning from here. Real trading, not the copy trade. If you think about copy trade, then I'm not the right guy. And yeah, you are welcome to leave our channel. It's okay, absolutely okay. But if you really would love to be dependent on yourself, not to me or any other trader, you want to be self-dependent, then I believe that I'm not gonna make you disappointed. You will understand the real reason, how to predict the consolidation, how to predict the run, how should you frame your high probable trade. You will get everything from here. How to go for the direction, how to look for the bias, weekly bias, daily bias, how to use the fair value gap liquidity level. Everything will be clear to you if you are willing to learn. But if you're not willing to learn, then I don't think so I'm gonna help you. Look at this 15-minute chart and take your decision depending on that 15-minute chart. You wanna trade here, go for it. If it was a normal day, I mean, Trump is not going to speak, then I would look for that buy. And whatever fair value gap it will make over here, I would love to see that will be unfilled. That means little portion of this fair value gap will be unfilled. The most important, I mean, the beautiful scenario is it is not going to trade the 50% of that fair value gap. Whatever fair value gap it will make over here. Would love to take the entry from the top of this first presented gap until this buy side liquidity is gonna be partial. Will hold my trade until the 50% of that opening range. As Trump is going to speak, I'm not going to take entries over here. To this fair value gap, I don't want to see it will work until the 50% even. It should not come to the 50% of that gap. As Trump is going to speak, I'm not going to take the entries over here. If it was a normal day, then this could be my entry over here. Stop loss just little below of that breaker block, one tick below that order block. Sorry, this line breaker block from the daily chart. Trump is going to speak, not going to take this entry. I'm gonna repeat one more time. Trump is going to speak. I'm not interested to trade here, so not going to take any kind of entry. If it was a normal day, I'll go for that buy. It didn't work. You frame a what to say? I mean, kind of losing trade. No man, I told you, I'm not going to push the button because Trump is going to speak. It's not a normal time to trade, so I have to wait. But it would be an possible trade opportunity until this buy side liquidity. But today, it's not even high probability, not even a possibility. It's just consolidating, range bound. Every single time I'll try to trade, it won't work. I know that. So when I know that, I'm not interested to push the button over here. By the way, guys, are you getting bored because I'm not going for the trade? Or are you feeling good because you know that this is not the area to look for the trade? And now you know why you should not trade over here. How are you feeling? Let me know that as well. How do you feel like now, right now? What is your feelings? Because you are frustrated because you are not going to take the buy here until this area, maybe the sell here until this area, all of this area you are not able to trade, you are not pushing the button, that's why you are feeling bad. Or you are thinking that no, now I know why I'm waiting, how long I'm waiting, and after the waiting period, how I'm going to plan my trade. What is your feelings right now? Because I need to know that, not from the new people, but from the people who are with me for so long now. I'm just asking this question to those people. Again, if you'd love to trade, go for it. I have no problem. I'm just not interested to trade over here, and I will not go for the trade because as you can see, it's clearly a consolidation. No fair value gap is respecting, nothing is respecting. It is acceptable for me. And I was expecting something like that. Sorry, something like that. Maybe this whole AM session will be like this. Hey Jonathan, feeling good? Thank you, brother. Now to trade this, how to trade this maybe on 1 second chart. Yeah, maybe from 1 second chart. It is possible to trade from 1 second chart, I guess. At least not from 1 minute chart. Feel good and confident for the rest paper trade. Yeah, go for the paper trade. I mean, obviously, paper trading is acceptable. But eval, uh, real money, funded account, don't go for it. No, don't say like that way you are a shitty trader. The market is shit right now. So how can you be a good trader over here? You can be a good trader if you don't push the button. So it's a fight, you versus you. Your psychology versus your confident, your everything, okay? It is a fight over here. So you are fighting with yourself. This is not an area to trade. Even if I am over sure it is going to take that buy side liquid, I'm not going to push the button. Even if I'm sure that it is falling from there to this sell side liquid, I'm not going to take the entry because I know that this is kind of second destroy mode or it is not good. The problem happen when we think like this way. Okay, maybe now the consolidation is gone. Market is going for that buy side liquidity or sell side liquidity. The problem start from there. You don't need to think about that way because you have both buy side and sell side. So you will be able to take your decision after one of them will be taken. Then you will be able to look for your decision. Until then, calm, quiet, stay over here. If you keep looking, keep an eye over here in 15-minute chart on my right. This is the 15-minute chart. What do you think here? What is it thinking? Forget about everything. What are you thinking? You should trade here. If I ask you what you are going to think here, it is going for that buy side, it is going for that sell side, it is going higher, it is going lower. What do you think from here? Every single time market will make a bull run, you will think it is going for that buy side. Every single time market will make this type of bear run, you will think market is going for that sell side. What happened? It will go higher, it will close as a bear candle. It will go lower, it will close as a bull candle. Look over here. So keep an eye over there. You will never think you are a shitty trader. You will think, okay, I'm the best because I'm not trading over here. I know that it is going to happen. I'm not interested to trade over here. You will get confused because of the people like me. You will get confused. You will start to think that you are the worst trader because some of us is still pushing our button and getting the profit over here. Some of us. This is gonna make you crazy. Okay, that guy is getting profit over here. Why not me? Why not me? Man, they are not doing this. If you can say how many people are watching now, 144 people. If I keep doing this, it will be like 130 people will keep watching me. The rest of them, they will just go. If I keep pushing my button, you will see that 190 people, 200 people, 220 people are watching me. If I keep pushing my button, even if it is a losing trade, even if it is a winning trade, whatever it is, if I keep pushing my button, you will see there is more people over there. Do you know why? Because the rest of the people, they will never be able to be a profitable trader because they need pushing button. They don't want to learn how to wait. I'm sorry to say those people, if anyone is like that, please don't mind. I'm not saying to you. I'm just saying it in general. Those people are here to give their money, not to take the money from here because they need pushing button. Remember when this candle appeared as a bull candle, how does it look like? It is going for that buy side liquidity. What happened? It reversed. Now it's a bear candle over here from 15-minute chart. Now you can think that, oh, okay, now this guy is going for that sell side liquidity. What happened? It will go higher again, closed as a bull candle. Waiting. This is not good price action. What can you do over here? Nothing, man. You can do nothing over here. You are not the bad price action, bad trader. You are the best. Believe it. Yeah, Jack, I think that the run will start around 10:45. 10:40 to 10:45. The run will start around that area. So not yet. Around 10:40 to 10:45, the run will start. The volatility will come in this market around that area. still not thinking that this is going to take that buy side liquidity right now. Still, I would love to look for some kind of choppiness, more 7 minutes, 7 to 12 minutes, something like that. Trust me, man. 80% of the people are now going to think that this is gonna be taken. Maybe it will be taken right now. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it will be taken right now. I don't give a shit. I'm still looking for some kind of consolidation, some kind of lower run. It will be taken. I'll let him go. I'm not in rush. Until this area, market came 1, 2 time, 3 time. Finally, it has taken that liquid. Okay, it will keep going higher. I'll let him go. Here, if it can make a fair value gap, remember this is the highest probable fair value gap if and only if it has taken the sell side liquidity. Did it take the sell side liquidity? No, it didn't take the sell side liquidity. So what I will see, can it make a fair value gap around this area? If it can make a fair value gap, then price can go through this fair value gap. Remember what did I say over here? Around this area, what did I say? If it happened like this, I'll go for that trade, even if Trump is going to talk. Here, this type of scenario I will look for, but that fair value gap has to be around that level, not before, not above, around this level. Now let's start to think about the sell, even if the Trump is going to speak. If no fair value gap over here, no trade for me. I'll just let this go. So something like that. It will keep going higher. That is our bias. In that type of situation, I would say this hourly gap is holding the market. This daily breaker block high is holding the market, sending the market for that buy side liquidity. I will have no opportunity to enter into this market until Trump will speak. If I would love to look for a buying opportunity, no way to look for that buy until Trump speaks. After the Trump speaks, I guess around the lunch hour, it can be a beautiful price action little bit. After 12:30, around that area, it can be a beautiful price action around 12:30. That run was little before. I was expecting this will start around 10:40 to 10:45. It was little before, around 10:32. So 8 minutes before I was expecting this run will happen. Okay. That line is the 50% of that opening gap. That red line, small red line, you can see over here, that red line is the opening gap 50%. Oh, I missed that entry, brother. No, man, you missed that entry because you have missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losing trade. After skipping 5 losing trade, you missed 1 winning trade. Now think, if even if you get 5 losing trade, 1 losing trade is just 15 handle. 5 losing trade is near about 75 handle. So you have missed 75 handle. I don't know where you will take the entry, but you have missed, I mean, you have successfully avoided 75 handle loss already. You should be happy over here. How many people are profitable over here? Just don't forget to let me know that as well. I mean, how many people took the entry and you are still profitable? I'll go for this trade with a small loss. I mean, sorry, small contract. Stop loss is just 10 handle. I'll take that risk. This could be the first partial over here, and then I'll let the rest go as long as it wants to go. So until they're 9 handle, 19 handle, I'll try to take the first partial over here around this area. If it started to fall, then I'll put the limit order over here for the first partial. I'll make it just 20 handle. Okay, so just randomly put it around 20 handle. But obviously it can respect the to the top of this first presented gap, but I'll try to take the partial around 20 handle. Just make it 20 handle. Any kind of fair value gap it will make, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. If it can make any kind of fair value gap. Honestly, it will go close below this line and use this line as a resistance. Stop loss is just one tick above the order block. This is the order block. Just one tick above that order block. Stop loss, which is just 10 handle. I took a 10 handle loss with the lowest leveraged. This 50%, which is aligned with the 50% of that hourly gap, should not be breached. That means market should not close above that area from the 15-minute chart. We got stopped out. Didn't work. Got stopped out. Keep waiting. 10 handle loss with the lowest leverage. We'll seek for another selling opportunity. Not interested to take the buy right now. Would love to look for another selling opportunity. Keep going higher. I'll let him go. Not interested to trade here. The interest was from the 50% of that opening gap and the last fair value gap. Sorry, the fair value gap from hourly chart will provide me some kind of reaction until this 1 minute last gap didn't work. So got that loss for 10 handle. not willing to take the buy. If you want to take the buy, please go for it. But I would love to look for selling opportunity. Until this fair gap is not broken from hourly chart, I will keep looking for another selling opportunity. This candle didn't close. Okay, actually it has closed. My mistake. This whole area is the order block. This opening to the low of this candle is the order block. It doesn't need to tap over it there, but that is the most sensitive area. If it tapped over there, that is the best case of scenario. But this whole area is should work as an order block. Not a good thing. It should go through this gap with speed, but it is respecting this bullish gap. It's not a good thing. I even can't move my stop loss little lower as I have to cover this volume balance. So I think I should let this 10 handle go as well. So overall 20 handle loss it will be. If it stopped me out over there, it will be overall 20 handle loss. But I can't just move my stop loss right now. The reason is there is no logical level where I can put my stop loss. I can put it little lower, maybe 1 or 2 tick lower. It's just same thing. So I'll just let this go. All I need is speed through this gap. If it still respect this gap like that way, it's not a good thing. I'll be safe if and only if it can close below this gap by speed 1 candle. Then I'll be safe. I'll be able to put my stop loss much more lower. So from 10 handle to maybe 5 handle or something like that. I'll be able to do that after the body close below this gap by 1 candle. 1 or maximum 2 candles. So 1 candle will close below this 50%, then next candle will close below this gap. It is also acceptable. All I'm watching is this hourly candle is going to close inside this hourly gap. So this is an hourly candle which is going to close after 15 seconds. I would love to see this hourly candle is going to close inside this hourly gap. The best case of scenario, it is going to close below this 50% of that hourly gap. That is here. It closed here. I would love to see it will fall now. Trump started to talk. So let's see what is going to happen. If this time this is going to hold the market, or maybe this is a bull candle, if it doesn't stop me out, I'll close the trade manually. If it turns into a bull candle, or do like this type of, see it tapped here, closed as a bull candle. If it do that, I'll close my trade manually, even if it doesn't give me the opportunity to close it. I'll just close it. I just can't accept it. See this one, I'll close it. Even if it works, I don't care. I'll just close it because it turns into a bull candle. It should go through this gap. Now it will work, I don't care. So I took a loss of like here 5 and a loss. It's okay. And I'll just keep seeing this one will work or not. Okay, it would stopped me out. I did the good job. At least 5 handle loss I mitigated. Even if this whole consolidation just got 15 handle loss with the lowest probable area or probable what to say, I mean the contract size, I think I am happy over here. Not interested to look for buy, still will look for sell, and if it can go give me any kind of selling opportunity right now, I don't know it will provide me or not, but we'll see. And as you can see right now, how many people are watching? 180 people. What did I tell you? Remember, just some moments ago, what did I say about the people are watching, the amount of the people are watching? Just look at that. Was I right or was I wrong? This is what, man. This is the power of pushing button. Even if it is a losing trade, all of you know how long you have to wait. Before that time, no entry is valid, which is 11 a.m. If any of you pushed your button, copy my trade, that means you didn't give a shit whatever I explained before the whole session. And why I pushed my button? You wanna know the reason? Just look at how many people are watching. Then you will understand why I pushed my button. Now let's see if it can keep going higher according to our bias, that it should go higher for the buy side liquidity, which is over over here. That buy side liquidity, can it go for that, or does it would love to keep falling for that nude opening gap? It's time to wait for that. I believe that it will provide the entry opportunity right now. Buying is kind of some kind of chasing price, so not interested to look for buy. If it can provide me any selling opportunity, I'll look for that. Okay, buying is kind of chasing price. Don't forget to mark this buy side liquidity here. Market has made new buy side liquidity around this area, this high and that high. They're the relatively equal highs. So let's say if it can fall bit, maybe until this bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart, then it can start to look for that buy side liquidity or not. Okay, think like that way. I'm going to remove this hourly gap because I don't think so it will be more important over here. This high and that high, new relatively equal highs so far. So keep watching this 15-minute bullish gap. Can market reach over here? If it can come over here, I will start to think about the first opportunity for today to look for the trade. I'm gonna repeat one more time. The first opportunity for today to look for the trade. If this market leave that buy side liquidity open like that way, come back again to this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. That is gonna be the first opportunity to trade today from 9:30 to until now. From this fair value gap. All it has to do is it has to leave that buy side liquidity open like that way. It has to come back again to this 15-minute gap at least. Then it will provide a higher market structure shift for that buy side liquidity. So I will try to frame a setup from there to until this buy side liquidity, and then maybe until the midnight open, which is a logical level until that area. Okay, I'll think like that way. If and only if it left that buy side liquidity open, come back again to this 15-minute bullish fair value gap, which is respecting this hourly gap, gave you the market structure shift. Immediate reaction came to this 15-minute chart. We'll go for that buy side liquidity. Overall, our bias is bullish. We are thinking about the buy side liquidity. So If it can keep going higher, so in that type of situation, partial will be there, target will be this midnight open. This will be the first opportunity for today to trade. In the meantime, if it keep going higher, I have nothing to do. I have to wait. By the way, guys, do you get the point? What is the power of pushing button, and what is the power of real learning? If I keep waiting for that learning, you will see less people. If I keep pushing the button, it will be losing trade, it will be winning trade. People don't give a shit. They're not interested to learn. They're only interested to see how to copy trade. I really don't get that point. Why is that? Why that is important? Why don't you want to be self-dependent, man? Brother, I don't know how to trade the turtle soup. I tried it by lot of way. I mean, turtle soup order block, turtle soup fair value gap, lot of way. But I never get the precision. I never understand the reason how to go for the turtle soup. In ICT, speaking, ICT talked about turtle soup. You need like 15 years experience to understand the turtle soup. So I think I have to wait 15 for the 15 years experience to go for the turtle soup. I don't know how to use the turtle soup, to be honest. While I'm waiting to see can market leave that buy sell liquidity open like that way, come back again to this 15-minute fair value gap. If it come to this 15-minute fair value gap, start to make some kind of buy setup. I'll try to take the first entry for today from that buy side setup. If it keep falling, I'm not interested to trade because this is the whole balanced price range area. Is it going to go keep falling or not? I don't have any idea. So I will keep looking for a buying opportunity. I was looking for a sell until there is a bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart. As I have this bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart, I'm not interested to keep looking for sell now. I will keep looking for buy now. I don't think so that it will go for that volume balance or all of this area. It is respecting this hourly bullish gap. So if it come here, I'll start to look for buying opportunity. $72 PDRA in ICT's concepts. He has 72 PDRA. Brother, this whole concept is the same. I mean, there is nothing different for Forex. For future and Forex, they are the same, except the precision. I mean, Forex market is little volatile, manipulative, but this market is more gentle. That is the difference. So it came to this 15-minute gap. I will start to look for a buying opportunity over here. Any kind of buying opportunity it will provide me, I'll go for that buy. For the first time for today, the buy. It will keep falling, I'll let this go. I'm not interested to trade the sell. If you are thinking that market has taken the buy side liquidity, this is the market structure shift, maybe market will trade this fair value gap and it will keep falling, go for it. I'm not interested to look for sell. I'm only interested to look for buy as market left that buy side liquidity the way I was expecting. This high and that high relatively equal highs, came back to this 15-minute bullish gap. Now it should keep going higher. Hi, Pro Trader Path. Where did you lost, man? I mean, where are you? It's been a long. I don't see your name, man. I don't see your name. I don't see your live. I don't see your video. I don't have any idea where are you. Are you lost, man? Sometimes I see that you have posted the profit. So only there is the question of profit. Then I can see the name Pro Trader Path and the AFX as well. So only that area I can see your name. Otherwise, you are lost, man. Why is that? By the way, you told that you are busy with your citizenship. So you are maybe applying for the citizenship in Australia. How is that going? Remember, I'm not interested to look for sell. I will go for the buy now. That could be the partial, that could be the target. But I will wait for setup here. I don't know what type of setup it will make. So for what type of setup it has made. Until now, there is no setup actually. So I think I should wait a bit. If any of you are looking for sell from this gap, please go for it. I'm not interested to look for sell. I'm interested to look for buy. If it can provide me any kind of buying opportunity, I'll go for that. I'll try to take a partial here and I will hold my trade until the midnight open, until that area. If you are looking for sell, go for it. I keep repeating that. But what type of entry I will take here? I'm a little confused. What type of entry I can take here? So far, it didn't make any kind of entries. And if Trump is still speaking, how it is going to react, I have no idea. Okay, it is falling. Let's see. Let's see the magic over here. Not interested to look for any kind of sell. I'll think about sell if and only if the 15-minute candle can close below this hourly cap. Then maybe I'll start to think about sell. Until then, I'll keep looking for buy. But as I'm looking for buy, I have no idea how can I enter into this market right now because no setup over here. But buying is in my mind. I'm only thinking about the buy. Just don't know how to enter into this market. Trump is speaking, market is start dancing. What is the best case of scenario? Don't trade over here. That is the best scenario. Or maybe you want to take sell, buy, it's up to you. But the best is not to trade here because Trump is speaking, market is dancing. Bro, you changed mind so many times when entering trade. No man, I never change my mind. I never change my mind. When I enter into a market, I had always a plan. How I'm going to execute that entry, how I'm going to do that. I never change my mind. So my intention is this buy side liquidity will be open over there. Market will trade this 15-minute bullish gap. I will start to look for a buy. That is my entry. If market doesn't do that, fall and close below this fair value gap, then maybe I'll start to think about sell. Until then, I am not going interested to think about the sell. Okay, if it can make a fair value gap, maybe I'll go for the buy from this fair value gap. Okay, if it can make a fair value gap and before taking this buy side liquidity, if it can make a fair value gap over there, I'll think about that buy, I guess, if it provide me that opportunity. This is gonna be the first entry from today. From there, wherever entry is there, stop loss, that is cool. First entry for today. I wish it will take me. If it doesn't take me, I'll be unlucky. First trade for today, which is gonna be 19 to 20 handle stop loss for 32 handle profit target. If it takes me, okay. If it doesn't take me, I'll say just I'm unlucky over here. If it doesn't take me, yeah, man, please take me. I have to take a partial here, but I'm not going to take the partial. Instead, I'll put my stop loss to the break even. I have to take a partial over here, but I want to go for the partial if it takes me. Within 3 candle, it will tap to this parallel gap. I'll go for this trade. Within 3 candle, it won't come here. I'm not in this trade. I'll just remove this trade. Don't copy my trade. If you think the same way like me, then try to take this entry. Otherwise, please don't copy my trade. The first entry opportunity for today. For me, obviously. First candle, second candle, third candle. Within 3 candle, if it doesn't come to this parallel gap, I will cancel the trade. Okay, now I'm in the trade. Let's see if it can go higher. I should have taken a partial over here. I won't go for it. I'll just try to close my trade over there immediately. Okay, I just one trade without the partial. No way to put the stop loss little higher because I should cover the low of that candle, but I just put around the rejection block. Just put a rejection block, make it 20 handle. Just can't put my stop loss little higher. I have to put the stop loss over there. So 20 handle risk for today. One entry opportunity, one time work will go, didn't work, let the whole session or the day go without any profit with one loss. Just will go like that way. It will stop me out, then it will work again. I don't give a shit. One time it will work, perfect. It didn't work. I'm not going to trade because I don't know how when the president starts to talk, how the market actually react. I have no experience, so I'm not going to take more risk over here. Come back again to the top of this 50-minute bullish gap. So let's see if it can go higher now. Not going to trail my stop loss. I will put my stop loss to the break even. If this market come here around this area, then I'll put my stop loss to the break even. That's all I will do. Otherwise, I won't move my stop loss. It will be there. This candle, I will see it if it can work as an order block. The lowest down close body close candle, if it can work as an order block when market will close out that candle. One opportunity, one trade. Will work, will take the profit. Didn't work, will go with loss. Simple. No over trading, nothing. Simple one trade, just one trade. Don't copy my trade. If you think the same way, then you can go for the trade. Otherwise, please don't copy the trade. As it is like 20 handle loss, so I really don't appreciate any of you to copy my trade. The first opportunity for today to go for the trade for me. And the only opportunity. Not only the first opportunity, only opportunity. So far. Done. I am done for the trading for today. At least for morning session. Don't know how to react on the PM session, but for the morning session, I'm done. I can be stopped out just because I didn't put my stop loss below that low. But it doesn't need to reach until this area as well. So I was thinking like that way. If it was a normal day, then what I would do, when it will close above this fair value gap, I would take a re-entry. But today, no more entry is valid for me. I'll just let this go because Trump is speaking. Bullshit can happen now. Market can keep dancing. Just this is to show you. Okay, if it was a normal day, what how do I see this market? This is the low. Until this low is not taken, this fair value gap is valid. This candle will close one tick above that fair value gap. I would look for the buy over there again until this area. But today I am not going to take that entry. The reason is market is dancing. Is the guy is speaking and this market is dancing. So I am not going to take that entry again today. But if it was a normal day, what I would do? I got stopped out here. I don't care because my stop loss was just covering that rejection block where I should at least cover the candle which has made this fair value gap. Not able to put it over there because of the stop loss. What I would do, this candle will close one tick above that candle, sorry, that fair value gap. It will close, just open, fall little low. I will go for the market execution. First, it will close wherever it will close above here. If it is not too far, actually, very near to this fair value gap, it will close. I would go for the re-entry over there. I didn't notice that. Let me check. Mhm. Yep, little bit like that. I didn't notice it, man. Yeah, it could be better if I would put it little lower. Wow. It's not the order block anymore. Trump is speaking, market is dancing. Look at this candle. If it can close one tick above this fair value gap. It didn't close yet, okay? So it's not valid yet. It didn't close. Well, either way, it wouldn't give me the opportunity, I guess. If it take that buy side liquidity before, for example, it closed here, give me just a little lower run, I would take the entry over there for the same duration until this area. But not going to take this entry today as Trump is talking and it can keep dancing. So not going for that today. Let's see if it can close here somewhere so that I can frame that entries. This candle closed, see this little run, it fall little bit, I would be entering into this market here again. There. Stop loss here, just cover the high of this 15-minute gap. Same target here around this area. When it will go above this line, put my stop loss to the break even. Not going to take this entry today, but if it was a normal day, that could be my re-entry. After getting stopped out over here, I would go for that re-entry over there. Lowest down close body close candle here. This is the order block right now. This one is the order block. That candle, not just going to make a line over here. Not going to take this entry today as Trump is talking, but that is my re-entry because I know why I get stopped out over here. I was not even put my stop loss below that low, which should cover this fair value gap has made by this candle. So I believed the rejection block because of my stop loss 920 handle. I was getting stopped out over here. I will take my re-entry when the body will close above this fair value gap again before taking that low, which has taken the liquidity. If it failed to take this liquidity, it closed there, that candle open, fall a bit lower, I will be in the market. Stop loss is going to cover now the most higher time frame PDRA high, which is the 50-minute gap high, cover that high. When it will close above that line, put my stop loss to the break even, or maybe I'll just cover and get a fair value over here. We'll have to hold my trade here, or maybe I'll take a partial over there and I'll look for another buy side liquidity. If I have any other buy side liquidity, let me check. Yeah, I have the buy side liquidity here. So I'll hold my trade until this buy side liquidity over there. So here the partial target is until that area. Just didn't take it. The reason is market Trump is talking. So I'm not interested to take it. After reaching over here, when it has taken this buy side liquidity, we'll put my stop loss around in this area. I have told you why I didn't take this entry. Just because Trump is talking. Okay. So that could be my stop loss now. We'll take a little risk until the order block open. Stop loss will put over there. When it will reach over here, I'll take the partial there and I'll trail my stop loss. Whatever down close candle it will make over there, just below that down close candle. Not interested to look for any kind of sell when the 15-minute gap has been built over there. No sell is valid for me. I will only look for the buying opportunity. Here, then here. Simple. No partial has been taken here. Partial will be taken maybe one tick below this area, one tick below that area. I mean below the midnight open. Here can be the partial and that can be the target. So when the partial will be taken here, target will be there. You know where should be the partial, I mean stop loss over here, at least below the candle which has made this bullish fair value gap. I didn't put it over there because the stop loss would be like 26 handle or something like that, or maybe yeah, like 25 handle 3 ticks. Was not able to do it, so covered that rejection block only, tried to hold it. The re-entry here, and I'm only thinking about the buy. No sell is valid for me, just the buy. If there was no bullish fair value gap 15-minute, I would look for the sell. Only selling would be valid for me. No buy would be valid for me. If there was no 15-minute bullish gap, then I would keep thinking about the new day opening gap here. That market is coming around this area. As market has made this bullish gap from 15-minute chart, I'm only interested to look for buy. Stop loss has to cover the order block, open, at least the open. It should cover the open at least until the partial is not taken. I put it a little below of that midnight open because it doesn't need to exactly tag to this midnight open. It can go little lower of that midnight open, but target will be this. That is the partial area. Not close. I'm not going to close my trade over here. I'll just try to take a partial over here. I think it's better to put the stop loss break even now because it is very near to this midnight open. It doesn't need to tap to my area where I would love to take the partial. The reason is it can run until this area before falling. So I don't want to take the loss after that. Some kind of profit like 21 handle, 22 handle profit. I don't want to take that loss. So try to put my stop loss to the break even. Just cover the little commission over here. Still keep thinking that this buy side liquidity will be taken, which is from 1-minute chart, not from 15-minute chart. I have the extreme buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart, which is over here. So thinking that this market will come here to this buy side liquidity. Will never go for the partial over here. Either it will hit me to my break even or it will give me my partial. So I am believing it will tap over there. I just put it little below of that area. So I will take the partial over here. Stop me out to the break even. I'm okay with that. By the way, just make sure that there is no 15-minute fair value gap. If there is a 15-minute fair value gap, then it can be the reversal. So make sure that you guys just think, go to your 15-minute chart and look if there is any kind of bearish gap from 15-minute chart or hourly chart. If there is any bearish gap which is respecting. So keep that in your mind as well. Because I don't know, I didn't mark any bearish gap over there. There can be any kind of bearish gap. Exactly, he mentioned about NQES, it pushed that consolidation. What do you mean by that? It is going toward that consolidation? He means that if he means that it is going for that consolidation, then this market will keep going higher. 100% it will keep going higher. If he mentioned that it is the market is pushing toward that consolidation, it will go higher. You can write it down in the blank paper. It will go higher. If he exactly mentioned that it will go to that consolidation, because if he say that, almost 90% of the people will take the sell. Okay, so here I'll get stopped out to the break even and my trade will be done because I didn't get my partial where I was expecting. I am not in this trade as Trump is talking, so a lot of things can happen. I'm just not interested to be the part of that dancing move. I tried one time here, got stopped out prematurely. I'm done for the day, or at least for this morning session with one loss. 20 handle loss, I'm done. I will come back tomorrow. I'll try to trade tomorrow, but not today, or not at least this morning session. Not interested to look for sell. I'm only interested to think about the buy. What a price action, man. The best price action ever. If any of you are thinking about sell and you are thinking that market will fall, go for sell. But I will think that this market will only keep going higher. The dog is hungry. Oh no, I guess there is some human with some other dog. That's why he's barking. He didn't let me sleep last night. Muslim. But by the way, guys, I got an idea how to trade when the president starts to talk. Start to talk. I have an idea now. What should I do when the president is trading? Is speaking. Don't trade. That is the lesson. Though it is working, but still, it's the best lesson not to trade around the president is speaking. The only trade didn't work. I was expecting it will work. I believe that it will go higher. Just wasn't able to put my stop loss in logical. I mean, for example, if I could at least cover that candle low by 20 handle, I would never get stopped out. And that is my only frustration here. Just if it could be here until this area, it is like 20 handle. Ah, that would be the best. I wouldn't get stopped out. That would be the best. It is what it is. Tried one time, didn't work, happy. Was looking for buy. If it provide me that buy, I'll be happy as well. At least until this midnight open and then this buy side liquidity. Not interested to look for sell. If you think about the sell, you can look for that. What else can happen here? It will take this low, which is a liquidity taken, trade this order block, then it will go higher. It is also possible. Just not interested to look for sell. If you think it will fall, go for it. It's possible. That doesn't mean it is going to happen, but it's also logical. All I want to see buy run, not sell run. That's all I want to see. My funded futures, really good option now these days where there is no activation fees. To be honest, it's better. Wait until that buy side is not taken. I would love to wait until that area. Then I'll close my stream. Sorry to spend a little more time today, even after 11:30. Just taking the experience when the pessimist starts to talk, how the market actually react. I think it's the best idea to wait until 11:30, and then if you find some specific thing, for example, I was waiting for a 15-minute bullish gap, then I started to look for a buying opportunity. It is a perfect market structure shift, fair value gap, stop loss. If it cover your target, then it's cool. If it doesn't cover, then maybe you can get stopped out. I'm just not interested to. Okay, there you go. There is the buy side liquidity. Now how it will react, I don't know. Until that area, I was thinking about the buy. I guess it will keep going higher for that buy side liquidity. That is my intention to see. But yeah, obviously it can reverse now. I'm just not interested how it will trade or talk over here. That could be the entry, though I would get stopped out at the break even here. But if you can don't trail the stop loss like me, then you will get your profit. 36 handle. After taking the partial, you will get your profit over there. Now it will keep falling, I don't know, but I am not interested to look for sell. I will keep looking for buying opportunity until that buy side liquidity from the daily chart I showed you at the beginning. I wanted to see some kind of fall. That fall I got over here around this area. I got that small fall until this hourly bullish gap. All of this consolidation, not interested to trade until 11. So this is that 11 a.m. candle. What is that? Around 11. So 11, when it came here, made relatively equal highs, come back again to this 15-minute bullish gap. Firstly, I didn't have any idea how to enter. Then when I saw this market structure sheet, fair value gap, I would love to enter in this market from the third candle or within 3 candle. If it tapped to this gap, stop loss has to cover at least the candle has made this bullish gap. So you can take the risk here until this area, or this is the best area to put, which is nearly impossible for me. For someone it's possible, but for me it's not. So I will prefer to go until 20 handle, get stopped out. If it is a good time to take trade, then I would love to take re-entry when it will close out this fair value gap. All I'm seeing that why I got stopped out over here, because my stopped tight stop loss. Buy side liquidity, midnight open until this area, perfect, done, got my profit. I'll be in the home. I'm done, brother. I'll be in the home. Just make sure when Trump is talking, it can be little risky. So after 11 a.m., the way I was looking for buy, forget about the stop loss. My stop loss, forget about that. I always keep saying, don't look at my trailing stop loss. Don't look at my tight stop loss. I always care about just 20 handle. That's all I care about. And trailing stop loss, I just go step by step. Over here, I have to cover the order block at least, by the way. Whatever it is. Do you understand why and how I was looking for buy, even if I had this clean sell side liquidity? Why I wasn't looking for sell, but why you frame the sell setup before 11? When I was pushing the button, just before that, I told you, if I keep pushing the button, you will see how many people are watching. Right now, it's like 130, 20 people. If I start to pushing button, you will see it's more than 200 people, because people are interested to copy the trade only. So that's why I was doing all of these things before 11:30 until 11. Sorry, before not 11:30, before 11. Until 11, no trade is valid. After 11, you have to wait for a buy setup here. The reason market has made this bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart, you have to wait for a setup. You got your setup there around this area, tapped over here, you will go for the trade, midnight open or the relatively equal highs over here, which is around this area, which is the relatively equal highs. Until that relatively equal highs, you will try to hold your trade, and then it is done its job. No, it will be done when this buy side liquidity will be done. Will be taken. In the meantime, if you find any fair value gap over here from hourly chart or from 15-minute chart, you can be little, yeah, from those area I don't have anything. So to be honest, I don't see anything over here that can stop the price. I believe that it will keep going higher. If it doesn't do that, then maybe around the launch hour it will make some kind of selling opportunity, though I don't think so it will fall. It should keep going higher for that buy side liquidity. I will keep that in my mind that I'm looking for buy. I'm not interested to look for sell. Trump is talking, market is bullshit. Trump will stop talking, it can be consolidated rest of the day. Not a good day to trade. How do I know that beforehand? This guy is going to tell me that. Everything is gonna be clear from here. So make sure that you are well aware of this calendar. The way I explained at the beginning of this stream, that is the, you believe it or not, you agree with me or not, that is the thing that will tell you how to trade this market. I don't change my mind when I'm trading. I'm going to enter into a market. I never change my mind. So if I'm looking for a buy, I will keep looking for a buy. Whenever it will fall, I don't give a shit. I will let them fall. Here it will keep falling. I will not touch that market until next PDRF. That means when I talked about this fair value gap. If I see that market has closed below this fair value gap, yes, then I will look for this new opening gap. That's gonna be my next target. But until that is not happening, I will keep looking for buy until certain buy side liquidity, until the liquidity or any kind of things over here. That was the clean liquidity here. Except that liquidity, I don't see any other liquidity. Even, yeah, nothing. So until that it is falling, I don't give a shit. It is falling. So am I going to take the sell for this sell side liquidity? I will never go for that. Never ever. All I am seeing that market is falling after taking the liquidity. It is falling to finish some unfinished business. But it is, I'm wrong. It keep falling. Take that sell side liquidity. I'll let this go. If it tap here, then frame give me another buying opportunity. I'll go for that buy. I will see this is an obvious liquidity now, which is taken by a shallow run. So I'll see this is the obvious liquidity now. I'll look for that buy again. If and only if it closed below this hourly gap, then I'll start to think about this new day opening gap, that no, this market is not bullish anymore. It is now going to fall for this new day opening gap. So after closing here, I'll start to think about selling opportunity. Until then, no, I'm not interested to look for sell. I will keep looking for buying opportunity, buying opportunity, buying opportunity. One trade today after 11:30, that is the only trade which worked perfectly. I got stood out because I put my stop loss little tight. I should put my stop loss at least below that low which has made this fair value gap. I always keep saying this thing. If you'd love to take an entry, make sure that your stop loss at least it covered the candle which has made this fair value gap. At least that handle covered. If you see it's more than 20 handle, don't take that entry, or try to take your entry from little lower where it is gonna be 20 handle. So try to take your entry over there. It is not acceptable. It's a low probability. Instead of that, I would love to take my entry from there, and I'll put my stop loss higher because I don't want to miss that trade. If it is overzealous, it can stop me out. If it is not overzealous, I know that it will work and it will go for that liquidity. Don't change your bias by seeing this type of run. So this type of run is just noise. All you look for the setup over here. Where is the setup? You will just look for that setup. Market has taken the liquidity by that run. All of this liquidity has taken. Trade that first fair value gap over here. One more time. Gave you the market structure shift. There was your clean buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart. Didn't take it. Fall. Go. Take that liquidity. Trade that midnight open. Took that extreme liquidity as well. Made another liquidity. It is falling. I'm seeing it is falling for the liquidity taken. It will react from this gap. Something like that. It will react from this gap, take that liquidity, relatively equal lows here, trade that order block, it will go higher again. Take that obvious liquidity now. I'll think like that way. It will keep going higher from through this gap. That means it will never fall. It will keep going higher and take that buy side liquidity. That means it doesn't provide you any buying opportunity. Are you going to take the sell from here? No, I'm not going to take the sell from here. The reason is I don't know. It is bullish market. I don't know it will take that relatively equal lows or not. I don't know that. So I will not take the sell here. I will wait to take the buy from there. If it provide me that buying opportunity, I'll look for that buying opportunity, not selling opportunity from there. It doesn't need to take that relatively equal lows. It can simply go through this fair value gap because still it is bullish as it's a shallow run above the liquidity, which is now my obvious liquidity. After taking that buy side liquidity, am I done? No, I will look either any kind of hourly bearish last fair value gap, 15-minute bearish last fair value gap. If there is nothing, then I'll keep looking for this buy side liquidity. It doesn't need to take that buy side liquidity, but I will keep looking for the buy side liquidity. In the meantime, every single place I will find some kind of relatively equal highs. For example, here, as you can see there from the 1-minute chart, clean buy side liquidity here. So I'll look for that buy side liquidity around this area. I'll hold my trade until this buy side liquidity next area. It went through this one, then I will start to look for another buy side liquidity. Went for this one, another buy side liquidity. Went for this one, then finally this buy side liquidity. It doesn't need to take this buy side liquidity, by the way. But this is how I will keep looking for buy only. Sell, how you are going to take a sell? It came here, take that buy side liquidity. Now you will start to look for sell. No, I will never look for sell until market closed below this fair value gap. No sell is valid. But what I will do if something happen like this, for example, it has taken that buy side liquidity, then it come here and the day is finished. That means I will have no opportunity. If the time remain here, maybe around 3 p.m. It closed there around 3 p.m. That means still I have 45 minutes. I'll start to look for that sell from there to there. Just small this portion. All of this run, I'll let them go. I'm not interested to take entry over here. No, it will fall. I don't give a shit. Because anytime, as it is a bullish market, anytime it will take some liquidity and it will keep going higher. It is possible. So I don't want to take the sell. If I want to gamble, even if I want to do some gambling, I'll go for the buy gamble, not sell gamble. Because every kind of trade here was gambling well until Trump was speaking. When the Trump has finished his speaking, I think it can be consolidation rest of the day, or there can be some kind of clean run. I have no experience. I'm gonna say it again. I have no experience how to trade while the president is going to talk or speak. When he is speaking, how to trade, how to read this price action, I have no idea. All I know, it can be consolidation, it can be dancing, it can be a lot of things. According to the price action, I was just looking for the buy. I'm not interested to look for the sell. Anybody has any question? If you have, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm done. So today, I will just stop after taking one losing trade, 20 handle losing trade. I don't give a shit to take a re-entry over here as Trump was speaking. But if it was a normal day, I will take a loss here for 20 handle. I'll go for a profit for 36 handle. That's all. After taking a partial around this area, which is 27 handle, if it doesn't stop me out, 27 handle is, partial, 38 handle profit. Done. 1 minute time frame 11:38. I don't know where is 11:38. Can you please tell me the name and the time, which candle you are asking? Just let me know the time, brother, not the price, please. Statement clarity. How can we learn it? That mind clarity. What do you mean by mind clarity, brother? My English is not that good. What do you mean by mind clarity? At the beginning of this stream, there's two stream because the first stream I started, it closed. Unfortunately, I'm not going to delete it because I provided some information over there. It is important, so I won't delete it. Daily chart. This sell side liquidity, still I will keep holding that in my mind. My dollar index is going to take that sell side liquidity. Respected the 50% of that week, still I'm going to believe that it is going to take that sell side liquidity. So until it is not going to take the sell side liquidity, Nasdaq will keep going higher, where the buy side liquidity is over here, until that buy side liquidity over here, until that buy side liquidity. I'll keep holding my mind that this guy is going to take that buy side liquidity until the dollar index is not going to take this sell side liquidity. You have to practice, brother. How can I say that? How can you have to practice that, brother. You have to practice. You have to tell yourself not to do anything over there. You have to practice it. Practice the following the rules. Rakesh, I'm still waiting for your candle, which one you are asking actually. After giving you the reply, then I'll close. Which candle you are actually specifically making as an order block? Which candle? Okay, the time. Tell me the time. 11:24, 11:12. What time? Good evening, Sulois Fast. How are you, brother? I hope everyone has a green day. I don't have a green day. I have just 20 handle losing day. Though it worked, but I got prematurely stopped out. It will fall, take that liquidity, then it will go higher. That is my interest to see here. It will take that liquidity, then it will start to go higher again. Obviously, lunch hour is not for trading. So 52%, I was in long as well. So I was in this area, long area, 176 vote I got. Sorry, not 106, 181 vote. 52% was bullish. Congratulations, brother. I was also bullish. Still, I'm bullish. So it has taken all of this liquidity, trade that order block. Can it go higher again? For now, for that buy side liquidity, I'm only interested to think about that buy side. No, please don't enter into the market right now. It's the lunch hour. Lunch hour is not for trading. So, but the thinking was like this way: it will respect anywhere here. It'll take this relatively equal lows, trade that order block, maybe open up this order block, maybe main threshold of this order block. Then if it starts to go higher for this buy side liquidity, that is a great opportunity to look for the buy. Otherwise, I have to let this go. No, no trade. But I'll keep thinking about the buy. Well, I guess Rakesh is not here anymore. No, brother. My long-term bias is still bearish. It's not bullish. Netkid, you always miss the first part of the session. I don't know why, but at the beginning of this first part, I talked about these things. And today, especially, I started my stream little before. The reason is I needed to explain how to go look for the bias and how I start to see the market and how it is going to work or it will work. Explaining it by two live because previous live was end unfortunately because of the internet problem, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then I started this live. So please watch that one, it will help you to understand. But thank you guys for being over here, and I believe that you got the point, not to trade around the president is going to speak. Yeah, that's cool. So see you again, brother. Until the next day, tomorrow I'll be late. Not will be here around the morning session. I mean around the opening, I guess. I have to go for the pray. And driving school, tomorrow I have class. I am not sure when I will start, but I will try to come back as soon as possible. Tomorrow we have PMI. Until PMI, don't try to take entries. After PMI, if you find buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, I mean this buy side liquidity is not taken and market is around this area, then you should keep thinking about that buy side liquidity. Or if it fall dramatically today and closed below this new opening gap, then you'll start to think about this sell side liquidity around the PMI. Okay, so keep that in your mind. Whatever is going to happen, take your decision depending on that. I wish that tomorrow is gonna be the beautiful day, as today is not a good day. Thank you guys for being over here. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers.